What happened last week? Have you all got amnesia? They just cheated us. This isn't fair. He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car.
They killed the giggler, man. They killed the giggler!
This mission is over, Rambo. Do you understand me? This mission is over!
I have had a very varied life. Only really. In all the papers a few years back, and now.
Anybody here?
Right, because of everything the Beatles did.
Ron dance.
Yeah,
right.
I'm doing me Ron dance. What a legend! What a legend! 15 people already. I've only just started. Hold on a minute. Hold your horses. Who's here? Good evening. I can't be long, but I've got to tell you a couple of stories because whilst they're fresh in my head, the first thing I want to mention is I told my wife is an outsider with regards to the Beatles. You know, she went across America and Canada on the Red and the Blue albums. By the way, that's how important they are. So of course she knows all these songs. They're the hits. They're the important stuff. They're the things that girls know. You know, not all girls, but you know, women aren't really. I'm sorry, I don't want to generalize it, but women, they're not really that big on music, the ins and outs of a cat's arsehole. They just want to see how tight his trousers are. Do you know what I mean? Forget, you know, they're not really all into 83-year-old people. Not everybody wants to pull Cliff Richard's wig off. Talking of wigs, John Lennon's wig at the end was ridiculous. But no, the story I was going to tell you was my wife, she says to me, just on the off chance, and it's funny because there's been a lot of this May Ping hanging about recently. I don't know, she's been doing interviews with about 1 million people. I've seen some of them as well, and they're always the same. I'll tell you about them in a minute, but I'll tell you what my wife said. It was really funny. Now, I'm thinking, because I know, you know, it's part of the general mythology, the lost weekend, isn't it? Well, it is, isn't it? Anyway, my wife comes in, right? She says, "Oh, did you know that John Lennon left Yoko for a ching chong?" And I says, "Yeah, May Ping." I said, "She's fucking, you know, the lost weekend." I said, "May Ping Pang," and she said, "Yeah." She said, "I never knew that." I said, oh, and I thought, you know, this is where you forget. You see, this is why everybody says, "Oh, the young kids, they all love it. The Beatles and John Lennon." And yeah, I've heard enough of these fucking excuses. People don't know. people don't know everything about John Lennon. In fact, a lot of people probably only know the name John Lennon and either put it with man of peace or racist bastard who beat up women. I mean, it depends what college they're at, really. And but I just thought that was kind of peculiar. Anyway, I see that the big guns have started talking. I mean, did you see Guitar Historian absolutely fucked off big time about Now and Then? And I thought, yes, Guitar Historian, who the man we should turn to in times of trouble. And we've been watching Beetle Brad. I mean, this is the problem. When I had this, you see, I have my my YouTube on this sort of well, you know, where it just plays the next video that comes up on the sidebar. Now, I'm not picking what comes up at the sidebar, but usually, you know, there'll be new things as well. And I've had to put up with so much of this Now and Then bullshit the other day. It was a case of, well, you know, and this is how I got to see Michael, because it just, I mean, I was about to switch off Larry Graves and Matthew Street and Rachel's ghost, who hadn't even showed up at that point. And then all of a sudden I heard this really peculiar voice. And Michael has been accused of being a troll. But he's not a fucking troll. I knew when I heard that voice, I thought, this guy sounds bonkers. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. In your wildest dreams, you weren't expecting a day like that. Anyway, or an 11-minute like that. But don't worry, it's up there for posterity, people. So if you want to watch it, don't watch the Larry Graves, because you'll get all the boring bits as well. If you watch my channel, I don't usually advertise, do I? But I'm going to advertise, and I'll also advertise something else, being a cheap bastard I am. Last night, I uploaded 2 film premieres. One was called Fireback, about a dangerous ex-Vietnam veteran who takes on the whole world and kills them. Brilliant film. Very thought-provoking. Well, I think the script was written by a 3-year-old Muslim or something. It is terrible. And what was the other one? Oh, the other one was The Ape Man. Now, I was saying to someone, I think it was Martin McGrath, could have been someone else, but I said the Ape Man, it's not easy to love him because he's a fucking arsehole. But they do this bit right at the beginning where his mum comes back and says, "Oh, my boy," and like he's supposed to be her son, and he's the same age as her, or probably older. I wouldn't want a son looking like that, I'll tell you that much. Covered in turning into an ape. I've only been away for 2 weeks talking about ghosts in Europe, and I come back and you're turning into a fucking ape in a suit. It was totally ridiculous, totally bonkers. But I mean, if they could make a film, as original and stupid as that in this day and age, they'd get a fucking Oscar from me, a Ray Oscar. Yeah, maybe I'd start doing the Ray Oscars, because I want to distance myself from the vinyl nerd. Well, the vinyl nerds, because I'm so ashamed of the idiocy and the pea-brainedness. And there's people I've respected and adored and loved acting like complete morons, retards. Yes, retards with a capital I've heard every fucking excuse going for these stupid mixes, for this stupid fucking Beatles song, and for this stupid video. Every fucking excuse. But just give me a minute, because I should really read some of the comments. I ramble, I gabble. I've just recently come back from work, so I'm a bit moody tonight, because there's a woman working there. One of the, I don't know, because it's not my area, but it's some other area. I suppose it's the secretarial area or the HR area. And this woman, and she turned up, and she had really tight trousers on, really tight, and you know, I thought her minge was going to explode out of it. I couldn't help but look at the camel. I couldn't. What could I do? And there I was behaving myself, being a respectable man with a tie on as well. Yeah. God, sometimes it gets too much. And there I am. I'm a good Christian man. It just goes to show that, you know, into temptation I will belong. Remember that one, Crowded House? Brilliant song. Stephen Schnee would agree with me. In fact, it was good to see Stephen Schnee, because I know a lot of the music he plays is pretty diabolical, but he does know a lot about music. That's the thing. And when he said about the spark, he must have laughed double, knowing what Michael was actually doing, because I didn't. But I don't know, would he have enjoyed it more knowing that the Ron dance actually existed, or being in my shoes and thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? I don't know. It's a moral dilemma. So anyway, let's read these anyway. We got 13 people. Am I that boring? Yeah, blessed with my presidents. Is anybody else getting thunder tonight? Can you hear that? I think it's a sign from God. Like, Englishmen everywhere, grab your pitchforks and stick it in to the nearest darkie. They don't like it up 'em. Hey, John Heaton. Me and John Heaton, we have communicated today. Now, if I felt like it, I might even do a show with him, but I'm not really that happy with him at the moment. I'm really not. And he hasn't apologized to me about, because like I said, he's got no right to do the Red and Blue album. All he ever does is say, oh, I don't like compilation albums. And then he picks a bunch of compilation albums, which are rubbish. And I'll tell you another thing that he did, which was rubbish. He did a list. I mean, it's bad enough that they put these dreadful songs onto the Red and the Blue album. I mean, I wouldn't have picked any of them. I would have picked none of them. None of them should be on there. It's just, like I said, it's just desiccated coconut. That's what it is. It's fucking awful. But hang on, I've just read something and it's taken my mind. Yeah, where was I? What was I saying? It was very important as well. Important. Hello, Parky. Oh, Parky, it's good to see you after all these years. I thought you'd left me forever. Do you remember Dennis Nilsson's boyfriend was filming him in that home video? And he goes, will you put the camera down? No, put the camera down. If you've never heard of Dennis Nilsson, look him up. He's 50 times better than your shitty American serial killers. Yeah. The killer civil servant. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah, it was about John Heaton. And what he'd done is he'd picked his own songs that he'd put on there. I thought, nobody's fucking asked for your input, John Heaton. It's like me going. I'm not a Grand Prix fan. I've got to tell you, I'm not into very fast car driving. I'm really not. I don't know why, but I'm just not. So I couldn't, if I went and I said, "Oh, this is the James Hunt automobile McLaren," blah blah, I wouldn't know what I'm fucking talking about. I wouldn't. So why have me on there? This is what I'm saying. He doesn't know about compilation albums, so why has he got the fucking right to start picking random tracks out of the blue? Oh, well, I'll have a bit of this, and I'll have a bit of Polythene Pam. Oh, and I'll have some of that. Whoa, when I get home. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm surprised this thing hasn't. It's only been John Heaton so far has had the nerve to do this. I'd pick this track and that track. It's the worst idea ever. Yeah, I know, this is the thing. They're so arrogant. Hello, Fitsby Tie-Dyed. If I could, I'd show you my new Sergeant Ray's Lonely Hearts Club pig trotters tribe. No, Sergeant Ray's Invisible Tribe. How about that? That's totally stolen from Michael Nolan. I don't like being a tribe member. Do you like being described as that? Because it makes me feel like I'm from North Sentinel Island. I'm one of those people that wipes his bum with a leaf. No. And I've got big rubbery lips and a bone through my nose. No, I'm not part of your fucking tribe, mate. I'm a civilized man of the Enlightenment and a good Christian to boot. So you can fuck off, Michael Nolan, with your 79-year-old hair. And I bet that's extensions. I bet it's extensions. I bet he's as bald as bloody Cliff Mitchellmore. No, I was going to say that fucking Davis Winchester. There's a name that doesn't come up very often. What was his name again? Cliff Mitchellmore. My memory's bad. I've been working hard. I've been using my brain again at work, reading drawings and stuff, and oh, it's doing my head in. It's doing my head in. If I could take another 6 months off work, I would. I've been in touch, just to tell you a bit about the work front. I've been in touch with my friend Jose because we're missing each other most desperately, and we want to work again together. So I told him what I'm doing, and he says he's quite happy to come and do it. But you know, it's I don't know how long I want to do it for. Because, like I said, it's only about 10 years before I retire, you know, and there's so much I've got to do. So much I have to do. I haven't done my Revolver yet. Even Billy J. Kramer's done his Revolver. Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about May Ping Pong. And, yeah, I was... I mean, she's delusional. I think that's the problem with her. She's delusional. Yeah, I mean, in fact, I can't even be fucked to talk about this subject. Let's get some lovely music on, shall we? Let's get some. What is that? What is that background music? Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's not Herb Alpert, is it? We'll soon find. No, I don't like that one. Don't like that one. Well, this is apt, isn't it? I tell you what, if I was picking these tracks, I'd pick this one. Yeah, actually, I've got to get back to that conversation because I got a bit tired. So I couldn't remember all the things that I did want to tell you about. My lovely wife saying she'd never heard of May Ping or the Lost Weekend, but she did find it amusing that John Lennon had run off with a ching chong. And I said that was set up because I said he was not allowed to taste white woman pussy again. There's a lot to be said for that. Isn't that right, Peter Babe? Well, no, let's not be cruel about her. She seems a nice person, but she's obviously fucked up to get to where she was. Really. But hang on, that's a bit noisy, isn't it? Noisy. Is that more reasonable? Does this one exist? Oh, yeah. Yeah, The Prisoner. Now let's read some of your comments. What does The Prisoner? Sorry, I'm a little bit... Oh, I can't take it all in what you're saying. Probably because I'm reading backwards. Oh, Martin McGrath, I see you winding up, what's his face, Mr. Mayo the other day. You get putting him into a spot where you was probing him about Yoko Ono and he couldn't say nothing honest about it, could he? Oh, don't ask me that. You know that. And he's coming out with all the mythology. And you think, oh, for God's sake, you still falling for that baking bread story. More like bacon sandwich around fucking Macca's house. Oh, it's pretty scary thunder tonight. It's like something you'd get on Little House on the Prairie, you know, where it goes. Yeah, so basically, Parlophone Prick, now I shouldn't be advertising his channel, but Parlophone Prick has done an upload where he's gone through all the tracks, and I've got to admit, I've come to the conclusion that the originals, and he more or less said this himself, the original stuff, just get yourself, and they're not too uncommon, get yourself an original set of English British singles, the original ones. You know, I don't mean the fucking first pressings and all that, but just something from 1964, and it's easy to find, really. It's easy to find. So get yourself 22 of your British singles from year of release. Get the original mono EPs, and that's not difficult because they're everywhere. And get as early a pressing of each album as you can, judging for yourself whether you need mono or stereo. But the whole remix thing is such a fucking waste of money, and it's pointless, and it's messed everything up. If it had been a more stable pair of hands, we could have all sat there now and say, isn't this wonderful what's being done? But we can't. We say, oh, that track sounds all right, and that one's fucking worse. And honestly, that Sergeant Pepper, the Penny Lane that they put on there, the Capitol one, was a fucking joke. A fucking joke, wasn't it? Ugh. Is that Stephen Schnee there? No, Stephen Parky. Parky, well, just for you, Parky, I'm going to put on a decent song. How about this? African Bee. African Bee. We like this one, don't we? Where's Vinyl Dale? Oh, it's thundering like no one's business out there. Frightening. Yeah, still. Let's see. Where's everybody gone? Have I been pulled? Oh, I've got 21 people here. Of course I haven't been pulled. We've been Sean Rennan. My name not Sean Rennan. My dad is Joe Rennan. Joe Rennan. Listen, I don't want Sean fucking Ono watching my channel. I'm very selective. Do you know what? I'm going to become like a cross between Michael and TJR. I think actually TJR and what's his face were talking bollocks as well. Has to be said. What's his name? Kinsler, Robert Kinsler. Yeah, I wonder if he's still divorced. Oh. Yeah, so now that us intellectuals have let all the shit settle at the bottom of the toilet pan, we can rise to the occasion and speak with clarity about I just noticed I said we can speak with clarity about what we really think about the Red and the Blue album and the idiots who are buying it. And I have got it, but I didn't pay for it, and I wouldn't pay for it. And sorry, God, but I'm really not that bothered about pictures because I can download them and look at them. I can look at these pictures on my computer. I don't have to hold them in my hands. The only thing you want to hold in your hand is your dick, really. So, I mean, you know, a record takes second best. A vinyl record does. People still listen to vinyl records? Yeah, they do. What's that then? Exactly. We do not. I mean, I don't want people wanting to collect records, but I think it is madness. It is madness, and they try and convince themselves that buying records is incredibly popular. No, it's a very expensive business for gullible people with too much money. And all right, yeah, you've got to spend your money on something. I understand that. But think about it. People are dying in the world. People that look like you and me. Well, not necessarily me, because I look like Invisible Ray and I'm a one-off. And I've got a blue nose. You beat that. Right, I'm going to change this record. Oh, hello, Vinyl Dad. I whispered you came. Thank you. Yeah. Well, listen, by the way, I mean, you won't believe this, but you think I'm here to have a go at everyone, but I'm not. I'm actually here because I'm very troubled about what's happened. I don't want to ask you, Vinyl Dal, in case you're on their side, but, you know, I've just seen too many of these fucking videos, too many fake ones, too many people getting overexcited. I mean, it's just been like, whoa, just take it easy. I fucking think you should rest yourself. You know what I mean? It's quite disturbing, and it's been non-stop. It's just been like a broken record. There you go. How's that for a pun? So I'm not insulting people if they want to buy it. I'm just saying, there's a 2010, I kept calling it 2014, but there's a 2010 copy out there, which is perfect. Really, the Red and the Blue, they're perfect. I've never heard them that good, apart from on original singles and albums and stuff. But like I said, we can't get that anymore, and they're just going to keep twisting it and turning it and getting it wrong all the time, just so that you'll buy it again. Oh, we got it right this time. Yeah. Listen to Parlophone Prick. Listen to Guitar Historian. Listen to Uncle Ray, Sergeant Ray. Will you end up on Sergeant Ray's Lonely Hearts Club Tribe? Hey, will you? Will you, Vinyl Dale? Will you? Well, actually, it's how much room can I fit on a screen like what you're seeing already? How many people can I fit on? And you could say, oh, you can fit the entire world on the Isle of Wight. I don't fucking believe that. I do not believe that. If they could, why don't they put all the foreigners, I mean all the ethnics, on the Isle of Wight? Turn it into a big devil's island. And if they try and escape, yeah, give them some British steel. Hey, Vinyl Dale, give them some British steel. Yeah, you salute me, madam, because my Sergeant Ray, he's going to be the best Sergeant Pepper Ray out there. I'm telling you. It is. I've shown John Heaton the prototype, and well, he had no choice. He had to say it was good, but I know that he means it. Anyway, we're very angry. We're very angry about these mixes. Very angry about them, and totally pointless. And anybody that says otherwise wipes their ass with a shell. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it back to you lot now. All this, well, it's because you don't have a heart that beats. That's why you don't understand it. Now, that's fucking bullshit. Some of us might think it's very creepy, cretinous, slimy, oily behaviour what they've done, and I hate that video so much. I hate it. They've got a couple of people who are dressed up as John and George, and they've put like fake heads on them. It's very disturbing. It is disturbing. Do you know what it reminds me of? You remember Invasion of the Body Snatchers? When that dog goes up to Donald Sutherland and he's like, got a man's face. And I'm fucking hell, I didn't expect that. That's horrible. Well, that's what that video looks like. Oh, and John's arm going, and George's long neck, and this awful extra big Paul McCartney at the back of the orchestra. And if I fucking hear about, oh, one of the orchestra members has died of cancer, oh, fuck off. And Mr. Mayo's mate from the record shop looks like Peter Cushing now, doesn't he? Grand Moff Tarkin. Yeah, I bet Mr. Mayo won't fucking give. Now that door's locked to that awful record shop, I bet that dirty old bum won't get invited round Mr. Mayo's very often. I bet you should. If you're out there, Mr. Mayo, you should fucking invite him in your house. Don't. When you're filming, give him $20, and when you're not filming, kick him up the arse and call him a waste of space, because that's exactly what you think of him, and that's what I think of him. In fact, I think if I was running the country, I'd have people like that exterminated. And it's all right to talk like that at the moment, because there are people need to be exterminated out there in the world. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Go away and think about that before you answer. Everybody, all 21 of you. Now, was there anything else I had to say? Well, oh yeah, there was one thing. The Fab Four free-for-all, talking to Giles Martin. Well, I mean, it looks good on paper, but boy, is it a fucking boring interview. But, I mean, not half as boring as the Peter Jackson. I mean, that wins the award for boring. Most bewildered award goes to Billy J. Kramer, because what he's basically saying in every sentence is, what am I doing here? I don't fucking know John Lennon. Oh, evil Brian Boothroyd. And that's funny, because the real Peter Boothroyd is turning even more evil than evil Peter Boothroyd. Hey? The world's a funny old place, isn't it? Oh yeah, an unforgettable concert. Unforgettable. I'm also getting a little bit tired of Andrew Dixon at the moment. You know, I mean, how he musters up such a huge crowd, and he's not no intellectual. He's no intellectual. He's just an average boner. I mean, he's got very good detective skills, but apart from that, he's just fucking annoying me at the moment. I'm a bit annoyed tonight, actually. Anyway, Andrew Dixon, I don't mean to be a bitch about you, but, well, you're a good target. Yeah. And you notice I haven't mentioned, I was thinking, who else annoys me? I thought, fucking Beatley Tone. Give him a mention. And Caitlin, I know you're going to be watching this later, and I haven't mentioned you for fucking ages, but your name's been coming up a lot recently in private correspondence, of course. So I decided to investigate your Sirius Radio, and there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. All I saw was you, that dreadful Mal Evans t-shirt, and that is dreadful. In fact, it's so bad, it's good. So I've got a copy of that t-shirt. I have, and I'll make something of it, don't you worry. That's bad. I mean, I've got no more to say. I'll have a full a full lineup of things to say when I've written down a script, but this is ad hoc. Oh, hang on, there's some things I've got to answer here. 10 people. Sort of, yeah, I am actually. I do have moments where I get, a bit sort of like I almost forget myself. I do, and sometimes I have to convince myself that I'm still drinking. But I'm not Vinyl Gorilla. Didn't you say something when I put Caitlin's crappy merch up with that gorilla burger? So anyway, Caitlin, if you're watching, at least we're talking about you, because what's worse than being talked about, not being talked about? So I talk about you, Richie Dolan, as well. Fix that hole in your ceiling. I'm fixing a hole. Oh, Skylark Moody. Yeah. Did I speak about her? Was I gonna? Yeah, fucking young generation. This is ridiculous. This young generation. Where is this fuck? As Rigsby said. Hang on, let's think. I've got to get the line right, otherwise I'll sound like Mr. Mayo and fucking Dean Stockwell Zombie when they're doing their shitty sitcom from the 50s dialogue. Hang on, what was it? Oh, I've forgotten everything now. Forgotten everything. Here we go. We have some Crown Court, because we're serious round here. Serious music people, aren't we, Vinyl Dale? When I get a chance, because I had to use my brain a lot recently, it's hurting. What's the matter with you, Martin McGruff? Do you know he's his own boss, this bloke? He's his own boss. Because Mr. Mayo's, he's your best mate, your best buddy and all this business. He's not. He's freelance. He does his own thing. I haven't spoken of her. Who's Skylark or Caitlin? Caitlin's had her dose now. We've got to give. Hang on, cat, where you go? You're not getting it. Oh, cat trying to get out the window. Skylark. No, because Skylark's dialogue is about I am the younger generation. I am the future of Beatles fans. She don't represent anybody, by the way, and she's got a mental illness about fucking John Lennon. That is problematic. It's because the way she was talking, because I did have to watch her bullshit, and I've seen Kenny Michaels' interview with her. What an arrogant bitch she is. What an arrogant bitch. And she also thinks she owns the copyright to John Lennon. She also thinks she knows him much better than us. I mean, this is the sort of lunatic we're dealing with. And she got no tits. So, I mean, she got nothing going for her. That's why I said she's unemployable. She is. Imagine you're booking into a hotel, and all right, yeah, booking into a hotel's never any fun these days. It's very rarely you get the sort of trained staff that you should get. Well, imagine getting to the counter and being served by that, or getting your drinks served, and oh my god, here she is. Hello, madam. Not madam, I'm Sir, actually. Sir John Lennon. In fact, she'd probably dress up as John Lennon, wouldn't she? Well, fancy seeing you here. What are you doing today? Oh, John, what are you doing here? Well, I live round the corner in the Dakota, didn't I? You got to admit, though, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch to see how unfunny people like that can be. Notice I didn't say women. People like that can be that unfunny. If you ain't got a sense of humour, you ain't got a sense of humour. And you know, and some people find it really painful not to have a sense of humour. They get really nasty about it. There's, you know, people start snoring and everything. Well, some people just haven't got a sense of humour. And let's face it, you can't, you know, you've got to have some people who are dead funny. I mean, we had this bloke called Tommy Cooper in England. Now, he actually lived in Eastbourne, you know, where I used to spend my weekends with my nanny. And he used to see him around town sometime. And I'll tell you what, and he wasn't wearing a fez, but you just look at him and he'd be so fucking funny and burst out laughing. Now, do you think he wanted to go in every single shot? I mean, he was just a funny looking bloke. He was about 8 foot tall, with fucking feet about 20 foot long, honestly. But I mean, but I'm not talking about that. But there's people with natural humour and there's people with no humour. It's not their fault. It's just something you either got or you haven't got. And you can either dance or you can't dance. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here we go. What's this? Confessional. Oh, hello, Lee Sanu. He's a famous fella. Oh, no, don't, please. This is, look, I don't want to talk too much about this sort of stuff because I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling. Everybody had a wet dream. I've got a feeling that we're going to hear a lot more about this crap. Somebody even said the other day it's going to be a Christmas hit. It'll be Christmas #1. Listen, it's bad enough that it's been tricked into the #1 position, but there's no way it's going to stay at #1. Like I said, you know, these days, back in the, let's say the early 80s, your average amount of #1s in Britain and America was about between 15 and 22. Now it's about 52 per year, 52 songs. So your Beatles aren't going to be there for very long, rest assured. Right. There's a lot of evil in the world, I'm afraid to say, and we're seeing a lot of it from these vinyl people. I mean, how evil can you be being so fucking self-indulgent and narcissistic? And that's what most of these cunts are. They're narcissists. All right, that's not a crime. Michael was a narcissist. Big time. It's all about everybody's about, oh, it's about me. These days, all about me, but it ain't. It's about other people. It is, and I know this is a heavy note to hang my hat on, but I got to. Love Oasis, yeah. We'll see if we've got any Oasis here. I don't think we have. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? That was the catchphrase buzzer. Bring back Barrymore. All right, what's this? I'm going to go in a minute anyway. It's getting late. It's getting kind of late now. Getting late. Oh, I've frozen. I've frozen. Well, are you tired of it yet, Vinyl Dale? So anyway, everybody, stand by because we will be getting my Sergeant Ray's Lonely Hearts Club Tribe. That reminds me, I've got to put Michael Nolan on there. And by the way, this isn't all the people I love and admire. It's just a bunch of fucking people. Some of them I might love and admire. A lot of them, probably not. Yeah, I think that's quite amazing. Martin McGrath is friends with Sean Lennon of all people. I think, to be honest with you, I think Sean Lennon hasn't got any mates. I mean, you wouldn't want to be friends with a bloke like that, would you? Because he talks like that. If I had a friend that talked like that, I wouldn't have a friend that talked like that, by the way, because you'd have to slap him, wouldn't you? But if I had to hang around with somebody like that at the office or something, I'd be behind him mouthing, you know, silent mouthing while he was going, oh, hideous creature, isn't he? Hideous creature. Mind you, he's no less hideous than fucking Julian Lennon. What a dweeb that boy is. What a dweeb. Anyway, listen, I'll be so bitchy, aren't I? I'll put one song on for you and then I'm going. Yes, calm down, ladies. Calm down. Calm down. This thing's so bloody slow. Well, this is it. We're going to have to finish on World of Sport. So I would invite you up here, but I've got to talk some. Maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow at the same time. In the meantime, I've had enough. I've got to go see my wife. See if she's heard any more about May Ping.